Hello, new subscribers. It is me, the Tatumeister here. And I got a Team Jesus shirt, so if you got a problem with Jesus, well, I don't know that. Basically, we're going to be talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Ranking them best to worst. Now, if you're all coming from the John Corona video with me talking about Iron Man 2, I decided to make this video because, hey, you're probably all wondering what's my opinion on the MCU films. Well, we're going to be talking about that today, aren't we? If you haven't watched the Iron Man 2 video, guys, it's in the link description. Also, I'm also going to put the link in the description for my previous From Best to Worst video for Pixar. I did a video like this a couple months ago for Pixar movies rated best to worst, and I'm like, you know what? How about we do this for the MCU? Because I think it's about time we figure out just what are the best MCU movies and what are the worst ones. Because for people that haven't watched the MCU, they're probably thinking, well, which one should I watch first? Like, what do I need? What are the best ones? What are the worst ones? Well, today I'm going to tell you. Well, then again, this is opinion-based, but let's get on with the list, shall we? So first off, we're going to start with the top 5. We're going from best to worst. So, basically, yeah, this is going to be awesome. Now, we're not counting Black Panther, and, of course, we're not counting Avengers Infinity War, because those aren't out yet. But we're going to see how good those are when they do come out. So, I'm pretty excited for Black Panther next month. I'm definitely going to see that. In fact, I might get the tickets early. We'll see. It depends on how much money I have. But let's get on with number 1. Starting off with number 1, and my personal favorite Marvel movie. It's beautiful. It's hilarious. It's action-packed. And amazing actors. Amazing direction. One of the best sequels ever created by humankind. I think you know what I'm talking about. It's the most badass movie ever. And it's called Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. 'Cause if you don't love me now, then you'll never love me again. I can't see. Anyway, guys, so why is this the number 1 MCU film? Because it's just that awesome. I remember going to see this movie, and I was like, is this really going to be, like, as good as the first one? Because a lot of people were saying it wasn't. And I didn't want to listen to them. I'm going to see this movie and judge it for myself. And oh my god, James Gunn is a fucking filmmaking genius. This movie is touching. It has emotional moments. It has jokes that are so creative and like, the jokes are just so well done. The comedy is gold. Not only that, but it has great character development in this film. Great everything. Great story. Great villain. This movie has it all. I mean, if you don't like this movie, there's something wrong with you. Because Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is fucking amazing. And the fact that it's on Netflix. It's on freaking Netflix. Like, oh my gosh. Netflix got this movie. They're probably going to put Spider-Man Homecoming on there too later. But point is, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is just amazing. I love Chris Pratt. I love Vin Diesel. I love David... David Bautista. I love all the actors. I love Michael, who plays Yondu. He's from Michael Rooker from Walking Dead, and Bradley Cooper is the Rocket Raccoon. I mean, this is like the near perfect sequel. Like, this movie is just so much better than the first one. I love the first one. A lot of people say, "Oh, we take you wrong. The first one's better." Well, I'm sorry. I kind of have to disagree. This movie is so awesome. If you don't cry at the end, you have no soul. Yondu is freaking amazing. And I'm going to try not to spoil what happens in Yondu, but overall, this movie is just pure awesomeness. Amazing sequences. I remember watching this in 3D. I watched this movie in 3D when I went to see it, and I did not regret that decision. And Doctor Strange was my favorite for a while. I mean, I'm like, how are they going to top Doctor Strange? I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is awesome, but how are they going to top that? And they topped it. It's my favorite now. I mean, nothing's topped it yet. I'm pretty sure Infinity War is going to top it. But Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is just something special, man. Like, James Gunn really just... This is a comic book stream. This movie is a comic book lover stream. It has everything. It's just awesome. And I just love all the after credit scenes were great. Adam Warlock is officially in the MCU, and I am ready. So, let's move on to number 2. So taking my number 2 spot was, you know, this is such a great film. This is my mom's favorite MCU movie, and rightly so. The guy that directed this is Scott Derrickson. He did Inception. No, not Inception. He did No, not Insidious. He did Sinister. Sorry, he did Sinister and The Day the Earth Stood Still with Keanu Reeves. And boy, oh boy, did he deliver on this film. You know what I'm talking about. Doctor Strange. Man, is Doctor Strange a good movie or what? Doctor Strange shattered all of my expectations. Like, I already knew Benedict Cumberbatch was going to nail this role. Like, when they first announced Benedict Cumberbatch was going to be playing Doctor Strange, I'm like, first of all, I couldn't even believe they're making a Doctor Strange movie. I was kind of like, Marvel, how the hell are you going to pull this shit off? Like, you know how powerful Doctor Strange is? But boy, oh boy, did I underestimate Marvel's power. Like, Jesus Christ, this movie is just plain awesomeness. Like, it has everything. It has philosophy. It has good comedy in some aspects. It has great character development. It just has everything. The Doctor Strange is the fucking man. I mean, he's just dope as fuck. Like, if you go into this movie and you're not entertained, you are honestly just a fucking retard. Because this movie is just dope. It's like Inception, but like superhero version. Like, this movie is just like amazing. Like, honestly, the music is amazing. The actors are amazing. Everything is amazing. Like, everything about Doctor Strange is amazing. And I'm really excited for Part 2 and Avengers Infinity War, because Doctor Strange is going to kick some ass. If you don't know, Doctor Strange is also in Thor Ragnarok for a little bit, but Doctor Strange is just a phenomenal film, and it's honestly, Phase 3 overall is the best phase so far. It's better than Phase 2 and 1 for sure. Excluding my number 3 spots. Let's go to number 3. The Avengers. We're in this together now. You already knew this was going to be on the list. I mean, duh. So, you're probably all going to be like, Tate, why is Avengers number 3 and not number 1? Well, because as much as I love the first Avengers movie, it is a tidbit overrated. Just a little bit. But overall, Joss Whedon's The Avengers is just awesome. Like, if you don't, I honestly don't know that many people that don't like this film. Like, The Avengers is just plain awesomeness. Like, I think it's the fourth highest grossing film of all time, and it's also the highest grossing superhero movie of all time. The Avengers is it's so hard not to like. The Avengers was something monumental. It brought together all of these characters into one epic, masterfully done movie. I mean, Joss Whedon is the master of making movies sometimes. Age of Ultron, not so much, but this movie is awesome. Overall, it's just a boss movie. If you don't like the Avengers, then I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you have to like one of the characters. If you don't like Hulk, you like Thor. If you don't like Iron Man, you like Captain America. I mean, you can't say you don't like the movie because one of the characters you like is in it. So, I mean, the Avengers has it all. I mean, from awesome action sequences to an awesome plot to an awesome jokes to awesome everything. This movie's just plain awesome. The Avengers is just a classic. And I'm really excited for Avengers Infinity War because it's going to finish the trilogy and finish this. Well, there's actually one more Avengers film after that, but I'm really excited for the last 2 Avengers films because, honestly, the first Avengers film is a classic, and I'm really excited to see Avengers Infinity War coming out this May. So let's move on to number 4. Captain America, Civil War. Captain America, Civil War. Captain America, Civil War. Now, boy oh boy, is Captain America Civil War truly an awesome film. Like, it kicked off Phase 3. When I first announced, they announced this back at like the end of 2014, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Captain America Civil War? This sounds freaking amazing. And I'm like, but wait, I read the comics for Civil War, and I'm kind of thinking, I really don't know how they're going to make this movie good. But boy, oh boy, was I wrong. The Russo brothers know what they're doing. And I'm really excited for Avengers Infinity War because, the Russo brothers are just dope. They really are amazing directors. Captain America Civil War was just an amazing way to start Phase 3. What's amazing is this movie follows after Age of Ultron, and Captain America Civil War has got a lot of, very deep topics in it. It's very unique for a superhero film. I mean, you wouldn't expect some of these topics to be explored, like, murder and, trust. And there's a lot of topics covered in this film that just really blow your mind. I mean, Captain America Civil War, and the fact that Daniel Brühl's character is Zemo, he's the only villain to actually win so far in the series, because he actually tore the Captain America and Iron Man apart in this movie, which honestly is just crazy. I mean, what the hell? But honestly, Captain America Civil War is amazing for a lot of aspects. The fact that we got to see Ant-Man again, and the fact that we got the first appearances of Black Panther and Spider-Man in the MCU. I mean, just that alone just makes this movie amazing. I mean, when I first saw Spider-Man in the freaking Captain America Civil War trailer #2, I was just like, holy shit, this is for real. Spider-Man's in the fucking movie. This is awesome. And the fact that Spider-Man and Ant-Man's parts were in that movie were the best parts. I love the Captain America Iron Man fight scene at the end too. That was pretty good. But honestly, this movie was just dope. Like, Captain America Civil War really just... I mean, the trailers were a little misleading because it made it think that it was going to be action the whole way through. It wasn't really like that, but what we did get was still really awesome. So, the Russo brothers likes to explore a lot of, like, plot-heavy stuff, and I'm really excited to see what they do in Infinity War, but Captain America Civil War, I definitely give it a high score. Like, probably 9 out of 10. This movie is just awesome. Not as good as Avengers than the other 3 I just mentioned, but still pretty freaking awesome. Now, let's move on to number 5. Oh, shit. Was I not even recording that? Well, number 5 is Spider-Man Homecoming, guys, if you didn't see that. I love Spider-Man Homecoming a lot. It's freaking amazing. I fucking love it. Tom Holland's the freaking shit. I love everything about Spider-Man Homecoming. It's the best Spider-Man movie. And I know you're going to say Spider-Man 2 is better, but I don't give a fuck. Spider-Man 2 is not as good, okay? Spider-Man Homecoming is fucking amazing. I love it. It's freaking awesome. Oh, wait. It's freaking awesome, Spider-Man Homecoming. Holy shit. Okay. Seriously, though. I love Spider-Man Homecoming. It's just awesome. It's like the best collab ever. Sony and Marvel work together to give us the Spider-Man movie we've always freaking wanted. And oh boy, Spider-Man Homecoming is just amazing. I could go on and on all day about Spider-Man Homecoming. I just love it so much. Anyway. So let's move on to number 6. Captain America the Winter Soldier. Captain America the Winter Soldier. Captain America the Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier. Captain America the Winter Soldier. Captain America the Winter Soldier. Oh boy. Captain America the Winter Soldier is just... It's just awesome. What more is there to say? Alright, let's move to the next. I'm just kidding. We're going to talk about this one. So, the Russo brothers. This was their first movie. Granted, the Captain America trilogy, it just got better each time. Like, Captain America Winter Soldier was better than the first Avenger, and Civil War was better than Winter Soldier. But Winter Soldier still holds up. And I know what you're going to say. Tate, what are you talking about? Captain America Winter Soldier ain't better than some of the Iron Man or Thor. Or what are you talking about? Captain America Winter Soldier is not that great. Yes it is, motherfucker. Alright, the Winter Soldier overall is an amazing character. The fact that we got him in this fucking movie is just awesome. It's about, like, the fact that Bucky came back to freaking life as a robot guy, cyborg, whatever. And then we have all this other shit going on with, like, there's shit going behind the scenes, and there's trust issues, and there's just, I mean, what is there not to like about Captain America and the Winter Soldier? I mean, come on. Amazing acting sequences. Amazing, just amazing everything. Captain America and the Winter Soldier is just, who doesn't like it? I really want to meet somebody that doesn't like this movie. It's just awesome. I mean, they had George St. Pierre in the scene. I mean, what more do you want? Captain America and Winter Soldier is just awesome. Let's move on to number 7. So now we move on to one of my favorites, the one that started it all. Are you ready for this? You already know what it is. Bum 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 bum. I am Iron Man. Alright. So, Iron Man is the first movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and to this day, it is still freaking amazing. Honestly, I don't know anyone that doesn't like this movie. I mean, it's just, like, Marvel put everything they had into this. Like, Marvel was at its wit's end when they made this film, and it still turned out great. Like, gosh darn it. Iron Man, the first Iron Man is just amazing. Unlike Captain America, though, the Iron Man trilogy got worse as it went along, unfortunately. The second and third one just can't compare. The first movie is truly incredible. I mean, Jesus Christ. Like, it's just the fact that there's one scene where Iron Man, like, floops in and he's just like, boom, boom, and it's just like, I mean, this movie is just total badassery. Like, and just awesomeness all wrapped in one. Iron Man, the first Iron Man movie. What more do I need to fucking say? Let's move on to the next one, because there's not more to say about this. It's time for Thor Ragnarok. It's time for Thor Ragnarok. It's number 8 on the top best to worst list. It's freaking awesome. It's Thor Ragnarok. So Thor Ragnarok. Oh boy, do I love me some Thor Ragnarok, don't I? This movie was just absolute hilarious. And it's amazing because you weren't expecting... The reason they wanted to make Ragnarok so hilarious is because Dark World got bad reviews because it was too serious, it was too dark, it was too much this, too much that. So you know what? People gave what they wanted. We made it freaking hilarious. We made it freaking lighthearted as fuck. Except for the part where Hela rips Thor's ass out. That's not very lighthearted. That's the thing. Hela made up for where all the comedy scenes. Hela was the serious part of the movie. Like, there was not one time Hela was playing around. Like, Hela was just hella crazy. I mean, Jesus, she was killing everybody. But the point is, Thor Ragnarok is just a great balance. It's not too funny to the point where it's a comedy movie, but it's not too serious to the point where it's like Thor Dark World or Captain America. Let me think of another one. I think Thor the Dark World is the darkest movie. Honestly, like, that movie got dark. I mean, God, no shit, the movie's called Thor the Dark World, but really, that is the darkest MCU film. Like, golly gee. It's too dark. Anyway, but yeah, this one was a lot different. Thor Ragnarok is the first Thor movie without Natalie Portman, however. So that is a little bit downer. But overall, Thor Ragnarok is my favorite Thor movie. It made me like Thor even more because he has short hair in this, and he can use his powers without the hammer. That's what I've always fucking wanted. I'm like, oh my God, finally, he doesn't need that stupid hammer anymore. Thank the Lord. Like, I'm pretty sure he's gonna have the axe in Infinity War though. But Thor Ragnarok is awesome. Granted, it's not as good as some of the other movies I mentioned, but it's still pretty damn good. I definitely recommend you go see it if you haven't seen it yet. Hulk's awesome. Everybody's awesome in this. But let's move on to number 9. I guess we're some sort of Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, you're probably wondering why I put this low on the list, considering Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is number 1. Well, I know you're all gonna get mad and saying, "Well, take Guardians 2, the first one is better than the second one, Tate." Well, I'm sorry, I have to disagree. I love Guardians of the Galaxy so much. I love it. It is an amazing film, but it's not. It's not as good as Iron Man. It's not as good as Thor Ragnarok. It's not as good as like some of these newer films. Like, Phase 3 is incredible. I'm not saying Phase 2 isn't good, but Phase 2, comparing it to Phase 3 and 1, just isn't that great. I mean, most of the Phase 2 movies are kind of sucky. Guardians is an exception to that rule, and so is Ant-Man, and Winter Soldier, obviously. There's 3 movies that break that rule, but the rest of them are kind of iffy, like, I don't know, especially Age of Ultron. Yeah. But anyway, Guardians of the Galaxy is freaking amazing. I love this movie a lot, and it's just James Gunn is an amazing filmmaker. I already explained this in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 review. But Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, freaking awesome. I definitely give it an 8 out of 10. It's just awesome. Like, it just has lovable characters. It introduces you to a bunch of new characters. All the actors are great. And yes, it isn't as good as the second one in my opinion, but it's still pretty freaking awesome. And you should definitely watch it before you watch the second one, because you're not going to get the second one if you don't watch the first one, obviously. But, you know, it's awesome. So let's move on to number 10. Captain America, the First Avenger. Captain America, the First Avenger. Captain America, the First Avenger. So this was the movie that kicked up the Captain America trilogy. And boy, was it a good way to start out. Like, jeez. Granted, this is the only appearance Red Skull's ever appeared in. He hasn't reappeared in the series since then, because we have no idea what happened to him. But Jesus, Hugo Weaving as Red Skull. Mwah. Awesome performance. It sucks he wasn't in the movie that long. It's like Mickey Rourke and Iron Man 2. Like, they kind of wasted his talent. But Hugo Weaving was amazing. And so was Chris Evans and everybody else. But Captain America, the First Avenger, Jesus, it's just awesome. I mean, granted, it's not as good as Winter Soldier and Civil War, obviously, but it's still awesome. Like, this was the last movie before Avengers came out, and just the title alone, Captain America, the First Avenger, people were wondering, wait a second, does that mean the Avengers movie's coming out? Sure enough, there's an after-credit scene that confirms that. Wow, the Avengers is real. It's coming in theaters next year. Holy shit. Like, this is awesome. Captain America, the First Avenger is just an amazing film. Honestly, there's nothing not to like about it. Captain America, the First Avenger is freaking amazing. So, and it started a series that really, the trilogy is just awesome overall, altogether. And I don't know if Red Skull's ever going to appear again. I hope he does, because Hugo Weaving's a badass. But we'll see. See y'all later, guys. Time for number 11. Wait. What? I hate when it does that. Yeah, so number 11 is Ant-Man, guys. I love Ant-Man a lot. It's a freaking awesome film. And, yeah, did you see the poster? Yeah. Ant-Man. Freaking amazing. I love Ant-Man a lot. Give me 1 sec. Okay, I think I was on number 12. Which is, hold on. Not that one. Alright. Here we go, guys. The number 12 spot goes to... Give me a sec. Thor, baby. Mother effer, it's Thor. Thor, baby. Mother effer, it's Thor. Thor, baby. Mother effer, it's Thor. Well, I guess that's not really Thor, but okay. So, the first Thor movie is directed by Kenneth Branagh, and it's awesome. Wow, Thor! Holy shit! Granted, this is probably my second favorite, least like Phase 1 film. Well, actually, I like it. I think I like it better than Incredible Hulk. Yeah, a little bit. This movie is awesome. I watched Thor like about 20 times, and it's just an awesome movie. I love the direction. I love the build-up. I love the plot. I love the actors. I love everything about it. It's just great. And it couldn't have been done really any better. So let's move on to the next one. His name's the Incredible Hulk. His name's the Incredible Hulk. His name is the Incredible Hulk. The Incredible Hulk. The Hulk. His name's the Incredible Hulk. Alright. So, the Incredible Hulk starring Edward Norton. A super-powered adrenaline blast. Well, they were not kidding about that. This movie is action-packed. This movie is awesomeness. This movie is just as one of the best fight scenes of all time. Hulk fighting the Abomination. Oh my gosh. Like, who doesn't like the Incredible Hulk? Granted, it's low on the list because, yes, there's a lot of Marvel movies that are better than this, but it's still really damn good. I mean, Tim Roth kills it. William Hurt kills it. Edward Norton kills it. Liv Tyler's decent. Everybody's good. I love Incredible Hulk. And it's weird that Edward Norton didn't reprise the role of... what you call it. He didn't reprise the role of Hulk, and Mark Ruffalo took his place, but he still did an awesome job. So let's move on to number 13. Alright, guys, so the number 14th spot is a movie that's controversial. It's the sequel to one of the movies I just listed. And yeah, it's pretty good in my opinion, but I guess a lot of people disagree. It's Thor Ragnarok. I don't get the hate behind this movie. Okay, so... I'm sorry, did I say Thor? I meant Thor the Dark World, sorry. Thor the Dark World. This movie is pretty awesome, in my opinion. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. This is why it's so low on the list, because there is a lot of movies that are better than this. But Thor the Dark World is actually really good. I give it a 7.9 out of 10. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me saying this is the worst MCU film, but I don't really think it is. I mean, yeah, it's not amazing, it's not mind-blowing like some of the other Marvel movies, but it's still really enjoyable. I mean, yes, it's really dark. No shit, the title of the movie is Thor the Dark World. What do you fucking expect the movie was going to be? A lighthearted, fun ride? No, it's going to be dark. There's people dying, there's a lot of messed up shit going on. Natalie Portman's getting fucked up. I mean, yes, this movie's dark. No fucking shit. The title of it kind of gives that away, doesn't it? Thor the Dark World is an awesome sequel. Granted, it's not as good as the first one, and it's obviously not as good as Thor Ragnarok, but it's still really awesome. I mean, funny thing is, the Thor trilogy is probably the most controversial trilogy because each movie is so different from each other. I mean, the first Thor movie is like funny mixed with a lot of awesome inspirational stuff. The second movie is really dark and a lot of crazy shit going on. And then Thor Ragnarok, the lighthearted, like, crazy shit going on. I mean, each movie is very unique, which is cool. Thor the Dark World is really enjoyable. I love Loki in this. I love everybody in this. The villain is... Now, here's the biggest complaint, is Thor the Dark World's villain. Not very memorable. It's like Doctor Strange's villain. I mean, Doctor Strange's villain wasn't very memorable. I'm looking at notifications here. Louis Fonzi. What the hell, did you post something? I'm sorry. Shit. Anyway, I'm just looking at Real Talks. John Corona's messages here. Anyway, so yeah, Thor the Dark World is pretty good. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. So now, we have arrived to the 3 worst MCU movies. Number 5 worst was, Incredible Hulk. I can't believe that's number 5. I really like Incredible Hulk. Number 4 was Thor the Dark World. And the 3rd worst one, and the 15th overall, from best to worst, is a movie that we just reviewed with the Real Talk. You know what it is. I mean, do I really need to say it? Iron Man 2. Yeah. It's pretty good, I guess. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's decent. What can I say? I guess it's pretty good. Yeah. Totally. 100%. Great. So, yeah. Iron Man 2. Not a disappointing sequel, but not that great either. I already gave this review with John Corona on the other channel, so... And by the way, if you want the link to that, it's in the description. It's also going to be mentioned a lot, so... You'll probably all hear from that video anyway, so... Anyway, so Iron Man 2, yeah. Is it good? Yes, it's really good. Is it amazing? No. Is it bad? No. But it sure ain't Oscar winning. Everybody was looking forward to Iron Man 2 when it first came out. And I know what you're all going to say. Iron Man 2 is better than Thor the Dark World. What are you talking about, Tate? Well, yeah, but... What really pissed me off about Iron Man 2 was Iron Man 2 and 3 just treated the villains really bad. Now, Iron Man 2 did a better job, but Mickey Rourke as Whiplash was great. Unfortunately, he was barely in the movie. And they killed him off way too quickly. Granted, all the Iron Man villains die, but what really pissed me off about Whiplash was I really didn't want him to die. Like, it's like, he could have been such a great villain later. Like, why did they kill him off like that? Especially the way he died, just killing himself like that. Also, the movie just kind of felt inconsistent, and it also felt like kind of rushed, because I feel like Iron Man 2, like, they were just getting it done just to get it done. Like, because everybody wanted an Iron Man sequel. I feel like they just didn't really take the time to work on Iron Man 2 as much, which is why it wasn't as good as the first one. But was it good? Was it enjoyable? Yes, I just rewatched it. It was great. I liked it. But it's not like, you know... Don Cheadle, however, did a great job playing Rhodes in this. He was amazing as War Machine. I was always loving him when he was on the screen. And obviously, another great part of this movie was seeing Black Widow finally appear, with Scarlett Johansson playing Black Widow, and of course Nick Fury. But other than that, there's just some parts I feel like they could have done better. Like the climax of the movie where Iron Man fights all the robots and fights what's his face, Whiplash. It felt really anticlimactic. I feel like he just basically abolished Whiplash. Like it wasn't really much effort. Like, with the first movie, Iron Man really had to struggle to beat Ironmonger in that. I mean, it was really a struggle. It was a really awesome fight. This one, he didn't really need to struggle at all. I mean, him and Rhodes just blew Whiplash to bits, and that was it. I mean, it was kind of like... That finally lasted a minute. I'm like, what the heck? Like, when Iron Man fought Ironmonger, that fight lasted like 5 to 10 minutes. That was awesome. I mean... But this fight was really short, and it's both of the fights. When Iron Man fought Whiplash the first time, he annihilated him. Second fight... He didn't annihilate him, but he pretty much annihilated him anyway, so... I feel like, you know, Whiplash was treated pretty poorly. And that's why this movie's so low on the list, because it's kind of a disappointing sequel. This is disappointing in the fact that it didn't deliver, but disappointing in the fact that they could have done it better, so... Let's move on to number 15, or 14 on the list. And the second worst MCU film. Yeah, if you haven't figured out what it is yet, then, well, I'll just tell you. Iron Man 3. Son of a bitch, man. This movie. God. This movie. I have such mixed emotions when it comes to Iron Man 3. Now, granted, when Iron Man 3 was first announced, man, oh man, did this movie look badass. Like, When I found out that Ben Kingsley was going to play the Mandarin, my favorite Iron Man villain, I was just like, holy shit. This is going to be one of the best movies of all fucking time. It was not. God, man. Iron Man 3. What a train wreck. But an enjoyable train wreck. When I first watched this movie, I fucking hated it. But I've come to enjoy it a little more now. But God, the first time, man, like, Shane Black, you're a good director and all, but what the hell happened here, man? Like, what the hell, what went wrong? Like, what went wrong here? Like, this is the movie after Avengers. Like, this is supposed to be freaking amazing. Like, they could have done so much with Iron Man 3. They could have had the Mandarin with the rings and shit. Like, are you kidding me? But no. They decided to make Ben Kingsley a fake? Like, not the Mandarin? Oh, the Mandarin doesn't exist. Well, thank you for fucking with us, trailers. Ugh, God. Like, that was just bad. Now, the action sequences were good. I liked some of the parts of Iron Man 3. It was pretty good. But overall, this movie gets like a 6.5 out of 10 for me. It's enjoyable, but barely enjoyable. I mean, I feel like they just copied a lot of ideas for this. Like, the part where Iron Man met the kid was cool, and it was nice and all, but was this really necessary? Like, I don't know. I feel like you don't even need to watch Iron Man 3. It's just such a pointless film in the MCU. Like, you can skip it and it don't even matter. Like, Iron Man 3 really wasn't that important. I mean, it didn't tie in with the rest of the movies. Like, there really wasn't a point to this. Like, oh, Iron Man's having problems in the head. Well, we already knew that. Like, why do we need a whole fucking movie about this? I don't know, but I just feel like Thor: The Dark World and Captain America: Winter Soldier had so much more to put into the MCU. But Iron Man 3? I mean, yeah, it's a great movie, but what is the point of this? Like, it just was disappointing in my eyes. Like, and the villain that they did give us was just kind of shitty. He was worse than... Honestly, he's the worst MCU villain. I hate the villain in this. He sucks. I mean, his powers were stupid. I just didn't really enjoy the villain. And that's saying something, because MCU villains usually are pretty cool. But not this guy. I couldn't even remember his fucking name. That's just how bad the stupid the villain was in this. I mean, I just didn't like him at all. Like, it's just, God. Iron Man 3 was... It's enjoyable. I'll watch it just to watch it, because I like some of the scenes, and I like Robert Downey, and it's not the worst MCU film. There is one that I think is worse than this, but it sure is fucking bad in a lot of areas, and it gets on my nerves. It could have been so amazing. It could have been the best MCU film, but they fucking just messed it up, and it's like, God. But anyway, let's move on to my least favorite Marvel movie of all time. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this one, but get ready for my least favorite. The worst one. Fuck. I don't even know if I want to talk about this one. Man. You thought the Iron Man 3 trailers were misleading. God damn. Now, let me just say the good things about Age of Ultron. I went to see this in the theater when it first came out, and when I first watched it, I thought it was good. But now, I just realized just how bad this movie was. Joss Whedon pretty much did a copy and paste. Like, if you compare this to the first Avengers film, there really isn't that many differences. It's like Joss didn't really put any fucking effort into the sequel. Like, it was just like... I don't know, man. Like, man, Josh Whedon is amazing, but only when he makes a first movie. As sequels go, yeah, he's kind of shitty. He's not that great. I feel like Josh Whedon kind of rushed this. Like, I feel like he was pressured into making this sequel, and that's probably why it turned out the way it did. Now, let me talk about some more positives with Age of Ultron. James Spader as Ultron was pretty good. He was amazing. I love James Spader. But Ultron as a character, what the fuck? It's like Ultron wasn't taken seriously in this movie at all. Like, he was kind of a joke. And the trailer made it look like he was going to be this killer robot that freaking killed people. And yes, he did. He almost killed people, and he killed Quicksilver. Oh, don't get me started on the Quicksilver thing. I'm going to have a whole spiel about that, but let's get back on topic. Age of Ultron. Like, really. Like, okay, the intro scene felt like they just copied and pasted that from the intro scene of the first movie. Like, that. Josh Whedon he just copied and pasted. Like, okay. And then there's parts where, oh, well, yeah, let's have this funny part. Vision, okay, Vision is another positive. Paul Bettany as Vision was kick-ass. I'm not gonna lie. I like that part. And another part of the movie that was great was the Black Widow Hulk romance. Granted, that was also kind of annoying because I feel like they were pushing that down people's throats, and I don't know. I felt like that was kind of, like, not necessary for the movie. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I like Black Widow and Hulk together, but they never addressed it again, so what was the point? Like, it's like, yeah, they had a romance, and then now it's over. Okay, cool. I guess. They never had a romance in the comics. I wasn't expecting that. I was kind of like, yay? Like, woohoo? I don't know. It's kind of weird, but not going to question it. Yeah. And also, Ultron was not made by Iron Man. Ant-Man made him, Hank Pym. So that's probably why Ultron was so different in the movie. But at the same time, it's kind of like, why isn't he killing anybody? Like, why is the Avengers beating his ass? Like, Ultron's supposed to be this all-powerful, badass robot. I mean, and yet he gets beat so easily at the end. I'm just kind of like, well, then, this was copy and paste then. Like, the first Avengers was so awesome. Like, how did they go from that to this? Like, I don't understand. Like, granted, the fight scene when the Avengers teamed up and fought everybody was pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Scarlet Witch was pretty awesome. Hawkeye was pretty awesome. But the biggest thing I have with this movie is Quicksilver's death. That is the biggest flaw. Honestly, if it weren't for that, this movie wouldn't have been as bad. But the way they killed Quicksilver off really got on my nerves. Like, okay, first off, the actor for Quicksilver in this was kind of bad. Definitely not as good as the X-Men Quicksilver. Second off, how does Quicksilver die from a fucking machine gun? The fastest guy in the Avengers gets killed by a gun. How does that make any fucking sense? I mean, he could have easily grabbed Hawkeye out of the fucking way, but instead he jumps in the way of a fucking machine gun? I don't understand. I get people are going to die, but have, like, Hawkeye die. I mean, or somebody like that. Or Ultron kill somebody, like, I don't know, like, somebody else. I don't know. I just feel like Quicksilver was just a rushed thing because they didn't want to get in trouble with Fox at the time. So that's why. They're like, okay, well, we don't know what to do with Quicksilver, so bang, he's dead. Like, they could have killed other people in the movie. Like, they could have killed random people, or they could have killed, I don't know, even maybe Hawkeye. I feel like Hawkeye should have died. Like, even he would have been a better person to kill. Or Scarlet Witch, or somebody, I don't know. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. I get people are going to die in the Avengers eventually, but Quicksilver? The way he died didn't make any fucking sense, like, honestly. And the movie overall is just, it's good at some parts, but bad at a lot of other parts, and that's why it's my least favorite, because it's honestly the most disappointing sequel of all time. Age of Ultron just really didn't deliver. But my favorite part of Age of Ultron? the after credit scene. Because Thanos is going to bring his wrath. And he's not like Ultron. He's not like Loki, no. He will fucking kill the Avengers. And that is why Infinity War is going to blow our fucking minds. It's going to be a monumental event quite like any other. Thanos is going to go ham on everybody. This guy is no joke. And I am super excited for May 4th. Get ready for a monumental movie event quite like any other. Thank you all for watching this and seeing my opinions on these movies. Because honestly, I love all the MCU movies. I don't hate Age of Ultron. I just think it could have been awesome. It's like what the problem with Iron Man 3. Iron Man 3 to Age of Ultron could have been amazing like the other ones. But they just scrapped it together and called it a movie. Like I just feel like they didn't put an effort into these last two. At least the other ones they put an effort with, like Dark World and Incredible Hulk. They put effort into those. They were good. But not these last two. They were just what was the fuck? Why? Like, I don't know. But overall, I love the MCU as a whole, and thank you all for watching. Thank you, new subscribers. I think by now I should have 400 subscribers. I know, I'm actually recording this video early because I wanted to get it done early. So. Okay, seriously. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. And I will see you all for Black Panther and Avengers Infinity War. Sayonara, baby. Black Widow is fucking high. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Holy shit, man. Woo! Bye.